Welcome to my semifinals game of GPR. I'm playing Ramp against Herzi, who's on Grixis control. Can't wait, it's seeding, right? Seeding. I think Herzi's on the play. I think. Let me double check. Wait, okay, so Herzi is on the play, sure. And, well, this hand would have been great if it had any lands, but it doesn't, so I have to mulligan this. This hand's fine. It's not great because there's no fetch lands, but does Herzi run fetch lands? Some. They run 4 new divides, so hopefully they play new divide, I guess. Do you have any small creatures that let them eat kick actually hits? No, they don't have any small creatures, so I can just bomb this thing pretty safely. Alright, so let's see. So I mean, the play here is pretty much a turn 1 go to court, give it, I guess, plains. Yeah, give it plains, and then next turn play a wild court seeker and see where it goes. Well, actually, no, it dies to shock if I do that. No, new divide. That's convenient. So what, plains, and then this thing. Do I care about getting gold court out first? Like, how much does life matter in this matchup? I think it does matter a decent amount because they have a bunch of burn spells. But at the same time, I think I just want to get new divide in yard early. Well, I mean, I'll need double reds sometime. I'll play gold court first because it's safer, basically. In case wild court seeker gets killed, I can still play new divide tapped. Alright, let's see if they don't have anything. I mean, of course they don't have anything because I don't think they have any. I don't think they're willing to point shock at face. Heart of Glade, interesting. Well, now I feel bad about playing it like this. Okay, so what do? I think I just play Wild Court Seeker. Well, new divide's probably getting red, and this thing's tapping for blue eventually. So do I just run out Wild Court Seeker and let it get killed? That feels bad, but at the same time, if I don't do anything, then what? I just Calamity Smith does nothing. I mean, I pass the turn, play Calamity Smith. How easily can I get Wild Court Seeker to 4 toughness? Well, not 4 toughness, I have to Gleaming Laser. Let me think. Next turn at 3, and then the turn afterwards, they have Gleaming Laser up. I think I'm alright with trading Wild Court Seeker for a shock because next turn I play Calamity and ramp into Fury Calhelion. Yeah. Alright, let's go with that logic. Let's see if this thing instantly dies to shock. Yep, it does. Alright, that's unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't have played it out. Because Wild Court Seeker at 5 is probably my best 2-drop against them, since they can't easily kill it. And they're slow enough that I can just wait, right? Okay, well, that's something else to ramp into. So, yeah, let's see if this resolves. I mean, I don't think they have any counter spells, so I think this should resolve. Or I need counter spells that can hit this thing at 2 mana. Anyways, here's my gold token, and I just pass the turn. But they will need a counter spell for my running of the bowls, because otherwise, they have no other ways to deal with it, right? And they don't have any mainboard counter spells, right? Yeah, I don't think they do. Okay, they play Swamp, and then they pass the turn. So they're probably going to play their instant speed tutor thing, right? Yeah, 40 mana instant speed tutors end of turn. But that's fine because I get Rain of the Bulls. What removal do they have? Like, they have no way to deal with enchantments, right? Yeah, they have no way to deal with enchantments. So Rain of the Bulls should just win me the game on its own. I'm playing Heart of Glade now. So plus Calamity Smith again, assuming this resolves. And then let's see how they react to this 5-mana enchantment that they can't answer. Delay resolve, wonderful. It's beginning of combat, yep. Alright, let's see how they deal with this thing. They just take, wonderful. Okay, and next turn I get to follow up with Fury Calhelion. After they've already expended some resources trying to deal with the bulls. Okay, and yeah, there's Dabbling Dangerously. But like, they can't get anything super great against me, right? Because I already have my enchantment down, and there's no way for them to deal with the enchantment. Do they have any bounce spells in main board? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they have any bounce spells main board. So I'm in a pretty good situation right now. In turn afterwards, I can play Asahai, which gives my creatures, which lets me anthem my creatures, so then the running of bullets becomes even more threatening. Hold to the flame. Alright, let's see. Any target. I guess they can keep dealing damage to my things. I don't think they can really go off with Hold to the Flame. Oh, there it is. But again, yeah, they need to cast spells with mana value 4 or greater, and they don't have the mana to do that right now. In fact, I'm gonna Fury Calhelion next turn just to make sure that they don't have anything that they can do. I think Fury Calhelion should blow up the Luxurious Estate. Oh well, they're gonna spend some more life. Okay, there we go. Max Shard, interesting. Do I need Calamity Smith to stay around and play, or do I just catch it in for the Lotus? I think I'll let it stick around, right? They don't have any creatures. I think 3 mana now is better than 1 mana per turn for the next few turns. Well, is Magma Card instant speed? They can't catch it anyways, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna catch this guy in, I think. Well, if they have Magmac Shard, they can blow up my Lotus. Yeah, I'll keep it around Calamity Smith, because why not, I guess. Let's see, I can play Asahai. I think I should just do Running the Bows first and see how they react to this thing. They just take. Alright, I'm gonna play New Divide tapped because no point in paying more life than I need to. And I'm gonna play Fury Call Helion and blow up their land. And also put this guy in the tunnels because it makes it harder for them to block. They're using Cognitive Motion. Sure. You can draw cards, but I'm blowing up your mana, so you have less things that you can do. Oh, hold the... Right, okay, they can do that. I guess that's how they trigger this thing with not that much mana. I think I'm still safe because I don't think they have a good way to deal with this board. And even if they do deal with this board, like that's 3 creatures, and they don't have any board wipes, right? Well, no, they have Magmac Shards. And Magmatic Shards will wipe the board if they point one of the Host of the Flames at... Okay, so maybe I should have played Asahai instead, because that would protect my board against the Magmatic Shards. But I think I'm still fine, because even if they wipe with Magmatic Shards, I still have Running the Bows in play, plus Asahai. Magmatic Shard costs 5 mana, so like they have to tap out for it. No, right, I have to pass a turn too. Okay. How much does this cost to animate? Huh, this actually costs that much, interestingly enough. They just pass. Okay, so I guess they're holding up another studies in cognitive motion or something, which I'm fine with. Elvish Witness, cool. I think I attack first and see how they react. Because like they can just Magmatic Shards is instant speed, right? Yeah, it can blow up non-basic lands too. Huh. Yeah, so here I attack the Magmatic Shards, blow up my board. You know, I play a Sahai and then I play a Sahai minus, and then they have to blow up the board right now, and then I'll have a 4/4 bolt that survives. Okay, yeah, that sounds better. The flying first record tramp. Does it matter? They don't play. They don't play any creatures, right? Yeah. So I'll fetch for blue right now because might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might as well spend the gold right now because I know that's gonna get blown up. Okay, how do you react to this thing? Because you need to. Well, actually, they can play their board wipe in response to Asahai Emblem, but then they can't kill both Asahai and the Fury Call Helion in the same with the same card. So yeah, they're thinking about it. They let it happen. All right. Well, let's see if they react to the emblem. I mean, it's definitely Magmatic Shards, right? You can't not be. Oh, Gleaming Laser. Okay, that also works. But that means they don't. Oh, it exiles it. Okay. It means that they don't have any thing flying emblem. Sure. Oh, right. They have to like double. Right, but they're still in a horrible situation right now because I'm pretty sure they just died to. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's convenient. So let's see how they get knocked down to 4. So I might use Calamity Smith right now. I guess I probably should. 1, 2, because it just gets me a bunch of mana, right? So, yeah. And now just use this mana to... I shouldn't run out Elvish Witness right now because it's just gonna get hit by a board wipe, right? I should just play out Chromatic Shard. I guess like full of green or something. Because if I top deck... Oh, well, that's something I can play next turn. In that case, do we have any discard? They have Field Test, which does technically discard. They can Field Test for 2, which means they still die. So I guess I should just I should hold so that I can always cast Grand Consonance even through a single discard spell. Let's see how Herzi deals with it. Okay, they don't. Wonderful. So that's game 1, and I managed to beat them pretty nicely. So post board, what are they going to bring in? They can bring in. They still have no creature. They have a single clone. I don't know what that clone is for, but I guess I can technically bring it in. It's still not worth bringing in actual removal though. Anyways, boarding out, let them eat cake because that's useless. Do I bring in new growth? I mean, all of their win conditions are enchantments, right? So I should just bring in new growth because it lets me hit the enchantments. And then, do I bring in Crown Guard Ban? I don't think so because, I mean, they do have some important enchantments, but they also have artifact removal. But I guess the question is, do they run enough artifact removal for it to matter? Because if I can just Crown Guard ban one of their enchantments, then they're kind of spinning their wheels until they get artifact removal. Yeah, sure, I'll bring it in. Annihilator suit's kind of useless because they don't have enough permanence. Is there any... Oh, Drift Off also hits their enchantments. Maybe I'm drawing... Okay, I don't think I need to bring in this many new growth then. If I also have Drift Off, because there's just not enough things for me to hit, right? In fact, I should board out some new growth, or... Yeah, sure. Actually, Avatar Vessel might be useful because they do win through damage. And board a Drift Off. Yeah, sure, I'll go with this. Alright, so... it seems like a good hand. I have Running the Bows, which, as we know from last game, kind of takes over the game, and also have a 2-drop. So I play here is Luxurious Estate into Chromatic Shard. Or maybe I should New Divide first, so in case I draw Wild Chord Seeker, it doesn't matter enough. I don't want to make my fetching decisions until I have to, because there's 4 colors I could fetch, and it could matter if I fetch incorrectly. This is probably fetching green, actually, or white, because Drift Off. Okay, Fury Calhelion, that's pretty nice for eventually. So let's see if this resolves. Lanes. Okay, so I have a bunch of Drift Offs, but they're just gonna start whacking face. Okay, that's actually pretty clever. So good thing I brought in Avatar of the Festival. They sort of realized that, I mean, the removal isn't going to be doing much against my board because all my board's always really big. So they should just point out their burn at face. They might just get there because I'm a pretty slow deck. Oh, to the flame. All right, that's a good drift off target. A good thing my opponent played a thing that lets me curve out pretty nicely. Anyways, they just pass. I wonder if they're holding a sabotage. Oh, Ardent Ascetic, that's nice. So I play Ardent Ascetic and see what happens. Because I don't want to play my Running the Bows into Sabotage because Running the Bows wins the game on its own. And since they're not really putting much pressure on me, I might as well take it slow. So yeah, so let's see what's on top. Wild Chord Seeker is interesting because it's a small thing that it's a 2-mana 5/5 that they can't deal with very well. Or is it no, it's not 2-mana 5/5 yet. It's pretty far off from a 2-mana 5/5. Better just to take Asahai here. I have enough 5 drops, I think. But this thing also gains life, so or sword gain. Maybe I just take Silversong Ancient. Can I ever play that? What's my curve look like? Next turn I go Fury Calhelion. See how they, or no, this turn I drop 2 lands and then play Wild Chord Seeker. Yeah, seems solid. And then I have 2 5-drops to follow up with, plus a Grand Consonance in case that somehow doesn't work. But Wild Chord Seeker is only a 3/3 right now, but that's fine because it forces an opponent to use a removal spell on it. So here's a mountain. I technically do need to worry about, or slightly worry about being burnt out, but like, if they're gonna use burn on Wild Chord Seeker, I'm pretty happy. They just pass, so they don't have any. So maybe they have sabotage and they're just deciding to hold it, or they just didn't have anything. I'm not sure. Well, they need to do something now because otherwise Wild Chord Seeker is gonna grow, and that's not something they want to see. You divide, okay. I would have to shock myself in order to grow Wild Chord Seeker. So does it matter? Yes, I should grow this thing because it puts out range of Light Vein Arrow. Can I play? I can just play Grand Consonance, and that runs into Sabotage way too easily. So I should attack with Wild Chord Seeker first and see how they respond. If they tap out to deal with it, then I can play running up, or I can just resolve Grand Consonance and win the game from there. Yeah, it seems like a solid plan. So let's see how they react to this. Or oops, do I need to play New Divide untapped? I think this, yes, this forces them to, this like encourages them to respond to the crack. So are you gonna Light Vein Arrows this thing? It seems like they won't, because if they would have done it by now. So I do have to pay life for Fury Calhelion because I don't have the right colors. But like, I'm fine with paying life for that, right? No way they can kill me from 11 with this amount of mana, especially after they get Helion down to 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have more than enough, but yeah, I should have to pay for it. Anyways, let's see how they react to this. They're gonna counter it. There we go. So that's the Sabotage, and that means I'm gonna resolve Grand Consonance next turn. Unless they spend mana dealing with the board again, in which case, I mean, Grand Consonance. Well, if they spend mana dealing with the board, then they can't counter the Grand Consonance. Ooh, another Wild Chord Seeker. That's nice. Actually, my mana situation isn't great. If I want the Grand Consonance, I need to crack the Chromatic Shard, right? Yeah. Well, either way, I attack. No, I play Running the Bows to see how they. I attack first and see how they react. That's the best way to do it. And this time I'm gonna just bring back my own New Divide because I don't want to deal with that. You go down to 8. I think I'm pretty safe. I just play Wild Chord Seeker number 2. Like, play it slow because the only way I lose is with a board wipe, right? And since it's already post-combat, it's not really worth playing Running of the Bows. If I Grand Consonance, I have to pay 1 life and attack my Chromatic Shard. You know what? I just play Running of the Bows post-combat. Like, yeah, this looks like horrible play, but I'm just playing it way too safe. They let resolve, and yeah, I pass. Okay, dabbling dangerously. Maybe I play too conservatively because this did give them an opening to do something. I can't really think of anything super great that they can do to stop this because, I mean, I have Running the Bows in play. I guess they just bring, like, do we have anything super big? Maybe they have enough burn to kill me? No, Wild Chord, it's any creature, so like, what, it copies Wild Chord Seek. That's Flash, okay. I guess technically they have something. But I mean, I have lethal on board right now, so they have to deal with that. And they just pass. Lammy Smith. Interesting, but not what I need right now. I'm gonna sack New Divide to fetch a forest because I need more green sources. Do I only have 2 forests? Huh. Alright, let's see how they react to this. And I'm gonna get back New Divide. Herzi is doing stuff. I'm just waiting for them to tap out so I can... Oh, 6 mana? What is it? 2 Wildkin Imposters. Sure. Unfortunately, this thing is only... Wait, they have Animus. Ah. Okay, so those things are 4/4s. But that's fine. They tapped out, so I get to resolve Grand Consonance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, I still have to pay some life for it because I don't have double, or I don't have triple green from just my lands. Okay, they're just gonna take this time to eat up my creatures. They're still gonna take 4 to the face. I just kill them here. It doesn't seem like it. Alright, time to play out my big haymaker and see what I flip. Might get an untapped land, so I should tap like this so I can drift off. Random thing that, if I hit, I can drift off something if I hit an untapped land off of this. But yeah, let's spin the wheel. Let's see what I get. Oh, well, Cathet's pretty nice. So, Cathet, oh, okay. That's very convenient. And then these guys get bottomed. So yeah, I mean, Grand Consonance did do things. This blows up a land. I'll blow up the man land. Cathet comes out, and I'm gonna minus and kill the thing that has damage on it. Also gain 2 life. Nice. And Crown Guard ban. Actually, what? Yeah, shards. That's the only thing that really stops me. Alright, nice. So, ramp deck did what ramp deck was supposed to do. I might have played a bit too conservatively. Like, I definitely didn't need to play running the bows post-combat that turn, but I mean, I still won because I guess I just, my threats line up better against Herzi's answers than their answers line up against my threats or something. But yeah, so that means I'm making it to the finals, so that's cool.